All right, what's up, guys? Everybody's been asking about the sugar wax to wax your legs. I am going to make the hard version. I don't like the other. I mean, you can make the other version, but I'm going to make the hard version in this video because it's easier and it does not require strips. So for this little exercise, Mama's got 1 cup of raw granulated sugar, 1/4 cup of water, salt, a half of a lemon, haven't squeezed it yet, a pan that you really don't care about, and as you can see, there is a little bit of water in this pan. Now, before, when I made my wax, I did not freeze this water. I actually froze the pan and then added the water to it afterwards. But this time I'm actually just going to go ahead and freeze the water and see how that works. So I have my pan. I am using a non-stick skillet for this exercise simply because it was easier to get the wax out of the pan and it was easier for me to clean the pan. So we're going to use 1 non-stick skillet. Because I really don't need to wax yet, you heifers keep asking me how I made it, so I'm going to show y'all. But I don't need to wax yet, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to store my wax in a mason jar. That way when I want to use it, I can just sit it over in hot water and I can reheat the wax, and I'll show you why that'll be easy to do. And Mama needs some wine. So this doesn't go in the wax, but you may want that glass later. All right. So I'm going to hand this camera over to my handy dandy assistant, my partner in crime. She look pissed off right now, but she's all right. And he's just waiting patiently. He's my little fireman in case something goes wrong. All right. So, all right, ladies, let's get to making some wax. All right. So, first I'm going to turn on the stove. I guess I'm going to put this on medium. I'm going to put my stove, it's an electric stove, I'm going to put it on medium. To my non-stick skillet, I am going to add the sugar. I'm going to add the 1/4 cup of water. Now, I don't know the exact measurements on the salt, but y'all see where that's going. Squeeze of the lemon, try to catch any seeds that may come out of this, but I'm just going to squeeze this lemon. Just a squeeze. Just a squeeze. So basically I squeezed half of a lemon, and I'm going to throw this stuff out. Alright, and then I have to find something that I don't care about destroying. Well, what did we use last time, Kendall? A spoon? We used the spoon. So
that big old stupid spoon.
Oh, the big stupid spoon. Alright, so we'll use this. And the reason it's okay to use this, it's just sugar. So once it hardens and looks like it's absolutely not going to come out, all you have to do is soak your utensils in hot water. And you may have to soak them for a little while, but you soak the utensils in hot water and all the sugar will do what it's supposed to do and just dissolve. You've used all natural ingredients. There's nothing suspect in this little concoction. So while I'm waiting for this to cook up a little bit, Mama's gonna have some wine. You could turn this up a little bit and let it cook faster. You want it to get to a light brown color. So I'm going to pause right now and cook this up a little bit further, and we'll jump back when it's actually to the color where we want it to get to. Now, what time is it? It is 7:19 right now. I forgot, I should have shown you what time it was, but I'm going to say I've been doing this about 3 minutes, 2-3 minutes. And I'm stirring, and I'm just now getting the bubbles. I'll be back in a moment. Alright. We are cooking. I did turn mine up quite a bit higher because it was just taking too long. So you may need to turn it up. but we're still cooking. It's only 7:20 down here in sunny Florida. All right, I'll be back. All right, so this is still cooking. It's 7:21. I probably could turn this up a little bit. Don't forget to put that pan in the freezer, because I almost forgot to do that. We just stuck ours in there. It doesn't have to be cold. It just helps if it is. So don't forget to stick that pan in the freezer. And we are still cooking. We are looking for that light brown color. I may actually turn this up a little higher than what I have it, just to see if it'll cook a little faster. I don't remember it taking this long, but we'll see. Mama's still working on the wine. All right. Okay, now we're going to try to tighten up on this. You see that it's starting to... And it's light. You getting it, Kendall? All right, so it's light brown right here. This is probably where I would begin to start thinking about taking it off. But I like mine sticky because, you know, black girls rock. Our hair is a little bit coarser. So I do tend to let this get a little bit darker than what some may. I am grabbing that pan that I forgot to put in the freezer. I'm going to put this on the stove. That eye is not on. And I'm going to pour this onto here. Look at my skillet. So this is why I tend to use the non-stick skillet. Comes out pretty decent. I don't have to worry about too much stuff sticking. And I can put this directly in water. And it will begin soaking almost immediately. To rinse anything off. All right, so back to the wax. You should come out with something that looks like this, and I hope you could. It almost looks like it's the color of honey. Perfect. It's the color of honey. This crap is hot, so you want to let it start to cool. So I'm gonna actually time this for you guys. It is, let me see, 7:25 here, and I'm just gonna kind of let this cool and wiggle it back and forth. But this is in essence your wax. So now how you can turn this wax into hard wax. Now at this consistency, definitely not this temperature, but at this consistency, this would be great for the strip wax. You will obviously want to let this cool and then you can apply this and use the strips. And you want to, again, please ladies, let this cool to a temperature that you are comfortable with. But mine kind of looks like honey. And I would even say if you're going to use the strip wax, you should probably turn this off when it's light brown, not quite the color of honey. So that it'll keep that loose consistency. But this, we are going to make a hard wax. So I'm going to let this cool for a little while until I feel like that I'm able to handle it. And I'll just keep moving it around with this spoon until I feel that I can handle the wax in my hands without it being an issue. And as soon as I feel like I can do that, I will come back. Again, right now it's about 7:26. So let's see how long it takes to cool.
I might accidentally spill some baby powder on the floor.
Okay, so as you can see, this is pretty thick. It's actually honey thick. And this is about the consistency you want to get it to before you even attempt to handle it to make this the hard wax. Kendall has so graciously volunteered her legs for this extravaganza. See, it's getting hard wax. All right, so a few more of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this to my mason jar because I don't need it all. Here you go, Kendall. So I'm gonna transfer some of this to my mason jar for safe keeping, so I won't have to do this again. Kendall's mouthing something to me. What does that mean?
Move to one side so they can see.
Oh, well, come on the other side. So yeah, I'm just putting this into my mason jar. I can feel it, so it's absolutely, I can probably handle it at this temperature. Although it does feel like something's burning my finger. So the remainder is what I will try to scrape out and use to wax this young lady's legs. All right, we'll be back. And then back up. So I'm trying to scrape out what I need, and I'm just gonna probably take this little ball. How much you gonna let me wax?
Not enough.
Not enough. Well then, with that response, this is probably way more than what I need for what she's gonna allow me to do. So I'll probably leave that. My son is volunteering his legs. And this stuff is still hot. Make no mistake about it. It is now 7:31. I don't remember what the original time is. And I just realized you about to y'all gonna mess up a girl manicure with this mess. Alright, I'm gonna try not to mess up a manicure. But I'm gonna scrape this out of the pan. And it is hot. Oh, I forgot the key cardinal rule. Wet your hands. Example of what not to do, ladies. All right, follow me to the sink. We need a little water. Just a little bit of water. And that will help you manage this wax. I did what not to do. All right, wet your hands first. And then as you can see, once I wet my hands, don't shake your head at me, Kendall. Once I wet my hands, this is a lot better to manage. So please wet your hands first. That was my mistake number one. All right, so the hands are wet. And you don't have to wet them tremendously, but you just want to wet the outside of your hands. Let me rinse off my mistake so you can see my hands clearly. All right, so little water. All right, so we end up with a ball like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tease this and play with it because it's totally manageable now. And as you tease it and play with it, as it dries, as it get a little dry on it, it'll get sticky and tacky. And you kind of have to surmise for yourself what you think is enough sticky, tacky texture to wax your legs. We got coarse hair over here. To me, this is just still too loose to wax. When I was doing mine, I actually had my fan going. So anytime I needed to get this stickier, I would just I would keep playing with it until it dried a little bit. And then I would put it in front of the fan and it would get stickier. Alright, so this is what I'm just going to keep doing. And as you keep doing this, it's going to get stickier and stickier. See, I don't know if you could tell, it's getting stickier already just because I'm doing that. See? Now this will wax something. This will wax something. All right. So this, if you can kind of gauge the tackiness at this point, this is what I use to wax. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in a ball and then I'm gonna prep her legs and show you how to do that to get prepared so that you can wax properly. All right, stand by. Okay, so Kendall has lent us her gorgeous leg, and I'm just gonna see the hairs. Wait for that to focus. Come on. Come on, baby. Alright, so I don't know if you can see the hairs on her legs. Let's see. I don't know if you can, how good you can see the little hairs on her legs and up through here, but she has some hairs that we are definitely going to get rid of. So let's see. All right, so whichever one of y'all talking about, hurry up and get the hell on with it. We see the hairs. I know. On with it. These is, you need these items to wax: alcohol, baby powder, and your wax. Alcohol to clean the area that you are about to wax. So I'm going to clean that area. All right, Kendall. Yeah, I picked the ashiest spot on these ashy legs, because I tell you all the time how important lotion is. I'm not even going to show y'all the cotton ball. All right. Now you want to put a little baby powder. And this is why. You want this wax to stick to the hair, not your skin. And we have made this wax relatively tacky. So I've done this. And you're just going to rub it on just like that. The good thing about this hard wax is you can use that same piece of wax that I'm about to pick up, which isn't much, to wax both of your legs, because you're reusing this over and over. It's totally sanitary. It's not like double dipping at the salon. So I'm going to try to get this wax off of here because I waited because we were doing some stuff. I'm going to hand this camera to my son and get him to record the rest.
It's about time.
Alright, so the important part is you want to apply this wax in the opposite direction of the hair growth. Pull the wax in the direction that the hair grows. So her hair is growing this way, so I am going to apply like so. Colin, you getting this?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, this is the beauty of hard wax. Alright, so it's on here, right? Ready, Kendall?
No.
Okay, let's see. You ready?
No, this is so sensitive.
Ready?
No.
And that's all you do. And then you roll it back up. You reapply it. And that's all you keep doing. You pull it. You reapply in the opposite direction of the hair growth. Pull it down. And if you need to go over another area, my suggestion, what I've learned, please add more baby powder. And you just keep doing that on your leg. We did this on our underarms. Where else, Kendall?
On
Our arms. We did this everywhere. And I'm just applying and pulling. And I'm going to do this one piece right here. If it gets to be too much, then I'll probably add more baby powder. But you need to... Kendall told me to warn you about your armpits. It hurts.
It's sensitive.
And then you will run into stuff like this. You just want to pick it up. All right, let me show you her leg. That beautiful waxed area. I don't know if you can see it, but it is now clean. On the knee from the little baby powder, but this area is free of hair. Come on, focus. Alright, so this area is now clear of hair. And we have waxed. Girlfriends, we have waxed. Yeah.